Hi Lady Lay subscribers, welcome back to channeled reading for Liam Payne, part 2. Now, I've been feeling Liam Payne very strongly for the last 2 days, and at first I wanted to put off doing this reading, and I was going to do it last night, but I wasn't emotionally ready. But I felt him giving me permission to do this reading for you today. And so I looked at some of the questions that you had after the first video. I'm not sure I could get to all of them, and I will try to be discreet as possible because, you know, I have to say allegedly for everything. And yeah, we're going to take a look at what the tarot cards are saying and channel Liam Payne's answers to some of the most important questions you guys had. So first off, Liam, can you give us a card for, do you want to be very forthcoming today regarding many of the difficult questions that your fans have for you? Can you give us a yes, no, or maybe card to indicate how willing you are to be forthright and direct with the answers today before we get started? Okay. Can you give us 1 or 2 cards at most, please, Liam, for this? Okay. So we have a no card and we have a yes card. This indicates that some topics he finds very dangerous to get into directly, while with other answers he will be very forthright. Now, can you tell me, Liam, which topic do you not want me to ask you about or be very direct about in this reading? Can you give me 3 cards, please? Okay. So we have the chair empty and the dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. So with this, he doesn't want to delve very deeply into the unalivement, because as we found, there was foul play in his unalivement or in his death in the last reading. And with the far away, yeah, again, the situation of his demise very clearly. He doesn't want to get into that particular moment of how it transpired, like moment to moment. All right, Liam, I respect you for that, and I will not pry into that, at least for the time being, until I feel you giving me the signs and signals to do so. So instead, I've made some several questions here, the most popular questions regarding some of his friends and associates. Now I have to say allegedly for legal purposes, even though this is a tarot reading and it's ridiculous to do so. So Liam, many people, many subscribers wanted to know about the Kate Cassidy situation, and were you guys really in a relationship? So we're going to delve into Kate Cassidy. Some even wanted to see what Maya Henry was about. Also, we'll look into some of his feelings regarding Simon Cowell, Roger, okay, and okay, maybe even Naomi Campbell, because I had seen when I Googled him that they had dated. Okay, so first off, let's look at Kate Cassidy, please, Liam. So can you firstly tell me, were you in a authentic, genuine relationship with Kate Cassidy? And the answer here, the World card, is a yes answer. Okay, but it does seem like there was leeway in this relationship. Like the rules with the World card, everything is very free. It's not like monogamous from what I'm downloading here. Okay. All right. Can you tell me about how you see Now that you're an angel, of course, you see everyone in a more positive light and you understand their struggles. But how did you see her when your death happened and right after transitioning? How did you see her? And what type of person and what type of force was she in your life? A positive force, a negative force, someone that you trust, not trust? Okay, so let me get 5 cards out for how you saw her, please, Liam. Okay. Some cards fell out. I'll have to take those. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. All right. So let's take a look. How did you see her? We have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Liam says he saw her as a caring person. Ace of Cups is another beautiful clarifier of someone who is loving, kind, nurturing. It's very strong to have 2 hearts like that. Ace of Cups is a very strong indicator of love. He saw her with the Hermit, a bit of a mystery in some sense, but let me get the rest of the cards out. Hierophant, I don't know if she's a Virgo or has Virgo heavy vibes, but someone who's structured, ordered, neat. We have the sorrow over loss. We have a 3 of Cups. We have Knight of Wands, another card of passion. Let me bring this down a little bit. Okay, and the last card is Mystic. Very interesting, we have these 2 spiritual, mysterious cards here. So there was something about her that was not clear to him, but in terms of how he saw her as an affectionate person, as someone that he could have fun with. This is a card of friendship, of having fun. The Hierophant, someone who brought order and structure into his life. You know, I was not expecting these answers from some of the comments, but it seems very positive so far in how he saw her. Knight of Wands it could be a passionate young person, maybe a little impetuous at times, you know, like jumping into things. And we also have the Hermit side though, so that's the wise side that he sees in her. And with sorrow over a loss, he sees her grieving. He feels her pain right now. He feels sad after for having lost her. Okay, let me just refer to my notes. Yeah, did she know something fishy would happen to him? Let me take a look. Okay, well, 5 of Swords indicates no. There's an element of being taken by surprise. She didn't think this would happen. It's like being caught off guard, both of these cards. So, no, did not seem that she did. And we have the travel card here, like while she was in transit, this happened. So it really threw her in for a loop from what he's telling me here. Okay. So now we're going to get into the part about, what was her name? God. So Maya Henry, Roger, and yeah. Okay, so next I'll look at these people. Let me put the cards back together and I'll get to that question. All right, guys, I just had to clear that stuff up. Make sure I'm using all the cards that I want to be using, all the decks, I mean. So the next question pertains to Maya Henry, his ex, from what I've written down here. So Liam, tell me about your feelings regarding Maya Henry. How did you feel for her? You know, the last, let's say, month or week of your life. We have the Chariot card here. Here it's indicating confusion. He's feeling like he was stuck in a state of limbo, not knowing what to do, not knowing whether he should do something about it or not. But we have the King of Pentacles. And let's see what this indicates in terms of his feelings for Maya Henry. Okay, King of Pentacles. And we have younger woman. Interesting. So good fortune. He had positive vibes for her. So younger woman, she, I think, was younger than him. And with the King of Pentacles, that's like the wiser person in the situation, which signifies Liam. And with the beetle here, good fortune, he had positive feelings towards her. And let's see how he saw her as a person before I get into any more. Okay, so let's get one more. So her as a person. Interesting. Let me just get all these cards out. Bear with me. It's important to understand. But oddly enough, you know, that King of Pentacles is a positive card. I mean, Liam was a very nice person, in my opinion, because no matter what he went through with this lady, he still harbored no ill intentions or ill will towards her. And we have the rainbow. The most difficult part of the situation is over. Time to go out and have fun. Very, very interesting. So, I would say by all of these cards, he still had love for her. And with the good fortune, it's interesting because I've heard people say like, oh, he hated her maybe. But let's see. What does this good fortune card indicate? In terms of how he felt about her. Six of Pentacles. That she had been generous to him in her past, at least, when she was younger. And we have with the Mentor and the Addict card, it seems like he felt protective over her, I would say, with this card. And also with the Addict, he is showing me here that he was with her during the height of his addiction, toxic time. And we have the person here showing her the way. He sees her as a lesson. So with the grapes here, she was around when he was using, you know, I can't say the word here on YouTube, but substances and or alcohol. And she was there when he, it says the most difficult part of the situation is over, when he was fighting his demons, so to speak. So he sees her as, with the Six of Pentacles, as someone who was supportive, who was generous with him. That's what that shows. With the good fortune, someone who he felt like he was lucky to be around when he was going through his issues, for sure, because they were in this together. Wow, I'm really, really shocked by what he's telling us here today. Okay. Well, I want to ask an obvious question. Did she have involvement in his demise? Okay, so, but I'm not going to get into it because that part of the question, he has forbidden me from talking about, okay? And so that must be respected. But if you may, was there any involvement? Do you want to reveal if there was any involvement, let's say from Maya's part, in this death, in your death? Okay, thank you. Okay, the High Priestess, it is a maybe card, and it is an unclear answer. It's not a yes, nor it's a no. It's a very secret, confusing card that doesn't want to answer, that is leaving us hanging regarding this. But judging by how he sees her and how he feels about her, he feels kindly towards her, like he wants to be generous towards her, because he felt protective over her, and that she was there during the hardest time, one of the hardest times in his life, the most difficult part of a situation, when he was in the thick of things, when he was struggling against, when he was partying too much and struggling against substance abuse. So he actually, from what I can see here with the good fortune and the beetle, he sees her as like being helpful in him beating his demons, and that he feels like he owes her one, interestingly. So the answer here can be interpreted mostly as a no. That's what I'm seeing it. This is not a yes nor a no. All right. Now we're going to, let me put these cards away. Now we're going to take a look at Roger. Okay. So now we're going to look into this person called Roger, or Rogelio, or I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, but the person that was with him, it seems to me, was an Argentinian person. Okay, so, all right, Liam, can you tell us, how did you feel about Roger? Did you trust him? Meaning, you know, right around that time that you passed, or right afterwards, did you trust him? Did you see him as someone that was good to you, or had bad energy, or good vibes? What? Okay, so let's see. So we have 9 of Cups, and let's get a clarifier for that. Ooh, okay. Interesting, interesting. We have 9 of Cups, which is a card of wish fulfillment. We have the wealth. We have the handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So his feelings towards Roger, from what I'm channeling right now, is that this was someone who was bringing him money, bringing him connection, pleasantness, and friendship, I would say. With the handshake, it shows like they had a business arrangement of some sort with the money. And the 9 of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, or, you know, getting your ducks in a row, being successful, having enough money to do things that you want. So somehow Roger is related to his business dealings. And by all accounts here, it shows that he trusted Roger. So, okay. Can you tell us about Roger as a person, as you see him? What kind of person is Roger to you? So let's get, I'm going to try to get 2 cards from here as well. Okay. And let's see, Roger, tell us. Okay. Wow, with a damsel, it's like someone, ooh, okay, is a victim here. And we have expectation card. We have the marriage card, interestingly. And also, clarifier, the world card. What's interesting here is Liam is watching Roger, and he can see Roger's sadness, disappointment, regret, and it shows someone is trying to come between you and a friend, or something you want. Roger's disappointed. Very interesting. With the marriage card here and the world card here. So he's watching his friend Roger actually be sad with the damsel. Someone who is distressed. Someone who is in a difficult, precarious situation, desperation after this like explosive event that was Liam's death. You know, he's watching Roger and processing Roger. That's what Liam is letting us know here. He's remembering all the fun times that they had. The marriage, you know, it's not to be taken literally. Marriage is just showing that there was, with the handshake as well as too, that there was a bond that these two shared. And yeah, with the world card, they had some excellent times together. Maybe even travel the world. I don't know these two people's relationships, but it seems like they were more than just business partners, as I saw here initially. Take that to mean what you want. But it's interesting to have the marriage card. But from what Liam is showing me here, I see that he sees Roger as a desperate, sad person right now who is grieving. And yeah, like it was like a bomb went off. Something explosive happened that very much upset Roger and made him regret. Now this wedge card, something is coming between you with the expectation. It's like Roger is sad that something came in between Liam and him, their bond, which is Liam's death in the situation, okay? So let's see, how does Roger feel over Liam's demise now? You just can see that he feels sad, but wow, 10 of Pentacles, very interesting. That's showing that there is something about legacy here or money. So can you give us a clarifier, please, Liam? This is indicating a fair woman. Yeah, that's a relationship with a woman, fair announcement. Guys, is Roger married or something? Or is he with a fiance or about to get married? I mean, what is up with this? It's like Liam is watching Roger with a woman. Is Roger and his wife or his girlfriend going to have a baby or something? Or, you know, are they about to get married or something? That's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. But in terms of, let's see, Roger's feelings regarding Liam. Liam, what can you say about Roger's feelings regarding you, Liam? King of Cups, he's emotional. Okay. Definitely a card of being emotional, trying to look strong though, being empathetic towards Liam. Oh, very interesting. And if you guys know Roger and he's not with a woman, I mean, this will come out. It's so interesting, like what this is indicating here. But Liam is basically trying to like give a shout out to Roger and a certain woman, or he's trying to tell Roger to marry a certain woman. Mostly looks like a blonde lady. Or the third option is that Liam here is saying that Roger should make accommodations or take care of a certain blonde like Cassidy, because Cassidy was the one with the blonde hair. Very interesting. So that's what I'm seeing. And finally, I want to see, not finally, but also want to see how Liam sees Simon Cowell and Naomi Campbell. All right, so let me put these cards away and I'll be right with you. So Liam, taking out some new decks I felt called to. Can you tell me about how you see Simon Cowell as a person since your demise? Like, do you see him as a friend, a foe, someone that's a good force or bad force? Okay, I'll clean that up later. Sorry about that. Interesting. Smells good though. Okie doke. So let's see. That's interesting though. It's very telling that that happened at that time. Liam, do you want to be completely forthright about Simon Cowell? Yes or no, or somewhat. So we have 4 wands, yes, and Ace of Wands, yes. Okay, thank you very much. These are both absolute yes cards. Okay. Now, Liam, can you tell me how you see right before, you know, last weeks of your life, and even right after, you know, your demise from this realm, how you saw Simon Cowell as a friend, as an empathetic person, not a friend, whatnot. Let's see. Okay. We have, interesting, the empathy card. We have bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. A sincere wish will be granted. Wow, okay. So Liam is saying here that he saw Simon as someone who was empathetic towards him, had compassion towards him. It says successfully overcoming a problem, someone who helped him get from being a virtual no one to someone in the celebrity realm, someone who granted him a sincere wish. Okay, so it's like he's giving credit to Simon Cowell here. All right, and looks like they were allies. That's his feelings towards Simon Cowell. Now, how do you see Simon Cowell as a person? Let's elaborate on that. Do you see him in a positive way? Like, what kind of person do you think he is? Or did you think he was? All right, and okay. All right. Wow, interesting. High Priestess can mean masonry or Virgin Mary. So we have 2 Virgo cards here. So someone mysterious, but also someone who's enthusiastic, full of zest. We also have the Virgin card here. Very interesting. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and mind. It also says fear of intimate union. So someone who was, I don't know why I'm seeing this as someone who was maybe like OCD, obsessive compulsive, like certain things he doesn't like touching. It's like not clean. It has to be a certain way. With the High Priestess, I want you to elaborate for me, Liam. How do you see? Oh my God. Okay. So do not be tempted to lower your standards. So someone who had very exacting or high standards. Could also be that, you know, Simon Cowell is a bit of a red flag because as it says here, maintaining, yeah, like a fear of intimate, or, you know what I mean, like fear of being truly oneself here, or OCD tendencies. And then we have opportunity or windfall. Interesting. So it's like he sees Simon as someone who saw his potential. You see how excited this fool is about this opportunity at windfall. Someone who felt, he sees like Simon as someone who felt that they struck gold by finding Liam. Okay, so that's as much as he is willing to show me right now. Okay, but do you want to say anything else regarding if Simon directly knew, you know, about your, what was, you know, your death in this dimension before it happened, that it was going to happen, that it was set up or something? So let's see if he will reveal that to us today. Simon Cowell, no. We have Page of Cups. You know, it's like on a small scale he did. This is a yes card. Can you elaborate on that? I don't know if you would allow me to do that. We have the Queen of Wands, the Confidant. So he was privy to some information. That's what I'm seeing. And we have the security, the stability card here, the Four of Cups. So you see, there are some big leagues here besides Simon Cowell, like maybe the recording company executives. And it could be 3 other names or 4 other names. And it was like he knew there was such a thing being concocted, allegedly from what I'm seeing. So can I get one more yes if you're confirming that Simon had some news that something might go down with you? You know, that others were plotting to do something to you. Okay. Ace of Swords, insider knowledge. It's a yes. Temperance could be counted as a yes, although it can be a maybe. But you know, this is almost like Liam doesn't want to say too much about this. But if I were to interpret these cards that I've gotten while asking him these questions, I would say that with the confidant card, he was privy to some information. Not saying that he could have stopped it. And it's by the bigwigs making some sort of decision. But was Simon directly the one who, let's say metaphorically, pulled the trigger? No, I don't see that by these cards. Not really. You know, and if I did, I couldn't tell you that because this is just a tarot reading, and you know, that's not something that is right to do, even though I could answer that question for myself. And yeah, sometimes if you say too much, then crazy fans, no offense to anyone, I know Liam was a great guy and he was beloved, but some people just take it and use it for nefarious motives instead of letting time unfold things or letting justice unfold things. So I don't want to really say too much besides the fact that I personally feel from these cards that with the confidant card, with these 2 yes cards here, this Page of Cups, and the stability card here, the columns, that he was privy to some information that this was going to go down. This demise of Liam's was going to go down. And beyond that, I don't want to get into, at least not for the foreseeable future. Because, you know, you can't always expect fans to keep their cool or to just, you know, take a chill pill and enjoy the tarot reading, okay? So that's what my opinion is. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. It's definitely not my intention. Just keeping it real. Please don't contact any people from this reading. We're just doing it out of curiosity, or at least I am. Okay? And, you know, be nice to everybody that you meet, unless they're found, they're indicted or something, you know? Okay. Extend that courtesy to others as you would want them to extend courtesy to you. So now we're going to take a look at Naomi. I mean, this is just something that popped up when I was looking through his list of girlfriends. I saw Naomi there, and you know, Naomi is a bit of a, I don't know, she's mysterious, let's just put it that way, and I've always wondered about her. But let's see how he sees Naomi as a person in his life. Okay, let's see. Let's get 2 cards from here. Thank you. And, let's get 1 card for how you see Naomi. Bam. And okay. So we have the eccentricity card come out first here. I don't know. Does Naomi have a lot of Aquarius in her chart, or is she eccentric in some way? Saboteur. Based off these cards, I'm going to say she sabotaged his success in some way. We have the Strength. She zapped his strength next to the saboteur card like that. We have the Hammock, taking a vacation. She was absent and didn't help him out. That's what the Hammock on top of the Samaritan is indicating. Instead of being helpful, which she was for a time, it says that she checked out physically and mentally. And he feels that she's someone who sabotages people, or him in particular, for her own gain, for her own strength. That's what I'm seeing here. Eccentricity shows she's a wild card or freaky. Let me get one more for how he views Naomi. Queen of Pentacles, someone who loves money, and as someone maybe high up in the food chain, someone who loves material possessions. And let me get one more clarifier for that. Saboteur and Queen of Pentacles. So, isolation, detachment. Very interesting. So someone cold. We have a lot of like Aquarius. With the detachment, it could be someone who's just thinking of their own gain. That's what I'm seeing here with isolation, because with the saboteur, yeah, and the isolation underneath that, it shows like she left him alone. She sabotaged him when she could have helped him with something. So he views her as someone who is not emotionally responsive to him. Checked out, emotionally, mentally checked out, and not helpful, but instead like thinking about her own self, or self-preservation here, as I would see it. So can you give us one card, Liam, for how you felt about Naomi right before you passed? Okay. So let's see. How did you feel about Naomi right before you passed? Oh my goodness. Well, 5 of Swords. That is a card of someone who is underhanded, cannot be trusted, someone who can betray. You see this guy picking up the swords and getting ready to metaphorically throw someone over the bridge, or yeah, to steal something from them, or to do something while they're not suspecting it. So he sees her as a snake based on this card. Not trustworthy. Okay. Saboteur. Same card basically. He sees her as a saboteur. Okay, so allegedly, of course. It's just a tarot reading, guys. Chill. So I believe we covered everything. Let me refer to my notes. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, and I also want to ask one last question for my sake. I don't know if you want to answer this, Liam, so I'm going to ask you outright. Let me see. Liam, can you tell me, firstly, do you want to answer this question that I'm going to ask about the record company, Diddy? Was that related somehow to your demise? Okay, Diddy, the record company. Was that related directly to your demise? Do you want to answer this question firstly before you answer? Sorry. So, Page of Wands. He wants to answer this question. And so can you tell me, Liam, was the Diddy situation, maybe the recording company situation, related to your demise from this dimension? Okay. So we have 8 of Swords. That's a no card, actually. Then we have Ace of Cups. We have 9 of Cups. Okay. Then we have 2 yes answers. Can you give us some clarifiers? What this is talking about. I don't want to get into it, but So spiritual love, Ace of Cups. So with this musical instrument thing that I'm seeing here, he really loved his career. He really loved the fans, as I'm seeing it here as well. He had an appreciation of life. That's what he's trying to show me here. He really loved living, but he felt trapped by his career. He loved it, but he also felt trapped by his career. Wow. Family sorrow. Let me see what that is about. No, you don't want this. Okay. Let me use this one then. Is that okay? So what is that referring to? Thank you. Oh, okay. So the bullying going on. Mortification card. Mixed with, again, the admirer. King of Cups. Okay. He felt trapped. That's what he's saying here. It was like this was against his will. He was enslaved in some way. So with this, I'm interpreting this as someone came in to his room and someone ran him like a puppet. We have the mortification card and the weeping willow. Someone took his power away from him and robbed him of his family and or threatened his family. His hands were tied here. It's almost like he was forced to do this, the death scenario. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Someone who entered into his room caused the sorrow that happened in his family, which is his demise and his son's untimely loss of his father, grieving. And so here he was like bullied into doing this. He was trapped and bullied into doing this, or maybe into taking this substance. That's what he's showing. And he is trying to show us here that he loved his career. He had very much love for music with the Ace of Cups. He felt at home with his fans. It's like more than just love. It's spiritual love, his career. He really dedicated himself to it. But he felt really trapped by what they were doing to him, by the puppet masters. And what I'm reading this as is someone came into his room, hotel room, and told him what he was going to do next, or gave him the substances to become out of it, like to lose consciousness, or for his mind to not be sober, and then instructed him what to do. That's what I'm seeing this as. And then to check out of this dimension. So can you confirm what I just said here, please, Liam? Is that what happened? Did somebody direct you to do this? We have the Tower moment. Okay, what is that indicating? Butterfly and tulip. Oh my God. So this reminds me of like MK Ultra. I don't know if you guys know what that is or believe in that. And then we have the tulip. So it's some sort of flower, okay, that was involved in this. It could be that he was given some sort of substance that causes Tower moment. That ultimately he was the one that, because this was a no card actually, but he was bossed into this by being given this substance from a flower. We have two flowers here. So I forgot what it's called. It's like devil's breath or something. It could be that, because I don't know why we would get two flowers like that. And we've heard a lot of that about that from the Diddy case. Not that I'm saying Diddy was involved here directly or anything, but to get two flowers like that by way of explanation, and with this no here saying that no, they didn't literally push him, but it's almost like the people that came in or that were there, or the programming. You see the mortification here and the bullying going on, made him plunge from the tower. Okay, so that's as far as I'm willing to go with this. That's as far as he's letting me know with this. I know some people in the comments mentioned that, like, they literally pushed him, but with these cards here, I don't see literal pushing, but it's a metaphorical pushing. Okay, and it's some sort of substances that the person or the people who entered came in with, delivered, and caused him to lose his grasp on reality, and for him to, yeah. God, so hard to say, so hard to say. So, yeah, I can't even say anymore. I'm just so saddened right now. Thank you so much, Liam, for letting me channel this, and I hope that that answered some of your questions to your subscribers. God bless you all and stay safe, and thank you. Pray for Bear.